another exclusive.
Man, we had to bring the Parkland school shooting victims. We had to bring them to Bobby Hutton Park. Now, what y'all don't know is, this is the original Black Panther. This is my godfather. You understand? So we brought the Parkland High students to come out here to pay tribute to Bobby Hutton at the Bobby Hutton Park, right?
That's correct.
You know what I'm saying? And we go, like I said, a lot of these people forget about Bobby Hutton. But no, in my campaign, we gonna do historical, and we gonna teach the younger generation about the real history of Oakland.
Hey, all right, now I got my son right here filming, and he don't know much about Bobby Hutton. Can y'all please enlighten us a little bit?
Yes, I certainly will. Bobby Hutton was one of the first members to join the Black Panther Party. He was 15 when he joined, and he was murdered when he was 17, right down at 28th and Magnolia, where they held a big community breakfast one morning in honor of that fact. He was exemplary of a teenager or young people said no more. Enough is enough. We need to make changes. And he was caught in a situation which was one of the first of many all over this nation with the continuous murders of our people, black and brown and people.
We want to let you know we got free waters over here.
Today is the beginning of a change. Brother Kenzie Smith and many others like him that always seem to start here in Oakland. So here we are, and we're happy to have everybody here join us for that purpose. So Bobby Hutton was the reason why I joined, because I was 17 years old at the time that he was killed. I came off the college campus, like many of us did. And then we had people coming back from Vietnam and the community in general. And so here we are today, full circle, ready to make a change. So thank you all for being here to honor this in behalf of the community of Oakland, the community of the whole nation, as well as Bobby Hutton himself and his family.
So how do we contact you if we need a mentor, or say my son needs somebody to educate him a little bit more like me? How do I find you?
Oh, you can give me, I can actually give me my email. My email is SATURO100@gmail.com, and my phone number is 510-355-6906. As a matter of fact, I'm happy you asked that, because we are going to begin a mass education program of all the knowledge that's been kept from our people.
Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
We can still connect. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm with an organization called Urban Peace Movement.
What?
Urban, can y'all hear me on this microphone?
Yeah.
I know it's going in and out a little bit, bear with me, but I'm with an organization called Urban Peace Movement. We do a lot of work out here in Oakland, California. What? Oh man, y'all still here? Urban Peace Movement, right? Urban, like in the urban cities, like Oakland, California. Peace, like peace sign, like we out here, like it's all peace and love and movement. Like we got a whole bunch of people out here and we moving like that.
Where can we find you?
You can find us online, you know what I mean, urbanpeacemovement.org, you know what I mean?
What do you guys do?
We talk about a lot of stuff. We move policy change, you know what I mean? We do music, we do a lot of stuff, man. But just check us out, urbanpeacemovement.org, you know what I mean? You will find out. We spoke at the March for Our Lives event in March in Oakland and San Francisco. If y'all saw me there, then that's cool too. We was talking about the same stuff. We have to make sure that all of us as a united front go into these politics head and, you know, talk these things to them that has to do with our benefit. Right now, we get pushed out the way when you talk about politics. It's a very, very hard thing for my community to talk about politics. It's almost taboo for us to talk about politics because it hurts so bad for us. Because we in mass incarceration. A lot of my friends is in jail. We just got one of them out last year. We only got one out. We still got a whole bunch more to get out. You know what I mean? So we do a whole bunch of policy pushing and just making sure as a united front, as a community, we push policy that benefits us. You know what I mean? We just got done with a DA campaign. So we're trying to get our community to know what a district attorney is, because that's it's like the prosecutor. They have a lot of leeway to whether you go to jail or you do alternative programming. You know what I mean? So we do a lot of that stuff, but we also do music. And right now we want to show something. So we got a song.
Why is this like the minute you stop out the shower? You know, foggy. Every decision you make is clouded by consequences and rewards. You see, women are no different than us. Yeah, men disrespect them and treat them as if they're just a little toy we can play with and throw them out while we're done. It's time to lift up our women, because they're going through the same fight we are. Speaking of fights, I go through a fight every single day, just so I can prove to them I'm not one of the statistics. They try to get rid of me because I fit the description. You see, I'm not having it no more. So, it's time to show them we're stronger together rather than alone. And our future depends on it. So you decide whether you want to sit back and watch or whether you want to be a part of it.
Cause I remember the days, I remember the days, yeah. Hey.
The sun, here your boy come. Middle of August, we hit the sun. August 21. Roy Terry Jr., he was chillin', thinking I'm his son. Look me in my eye with no idea what will I become. I was a badass knucklehead. Didn't listen to nobody except for what my uncle said. He, the only nigga that ever looked me in my eyes. He told me that's where my soul lies, that's word to y'all, yeah. Spread love, that's the Oakland way. How I know it's so Oakland Day. Chop it up and just smoke a J. Chop it up and just toke away. Yada I mean if you from the Bay. I be all up in your hood, I don't come to stay. But you remember me, I bring that energy. If you do not want no problems, do not send for me. But I gladly take some love that you giving me. It's like gang, what? Like hey, we remember. Cause I remember the days. I remember what? Like, woo! What?
Cause I remember the days, I remember the days, yeah. I remember being so young and so wild. Blinding people with my aura, I'm the golden child. Drawing cities like a young architect, and I'm only sticking to myself, so you know I'm hard to test it. I was focused on my dreams, walking saw myself on the stage, killing with this deep, talking, playing it back in my mind like a movie.
MJ Smooth Criminal, you know he groovy.
Teachers in the way and they singing no movie. Now you see me stare on my story and it's legit. But when I look back, I was cool than the chilling with them ladies, I was smoother than them other brothers. Basketball and I feel I stretch up my knees. Talking to my elders, let them talk to OGs. We always driving gyms on how to walk in these streets. We keep your eyes open, we don't mess with police.
Oh yeah, like,
hey,
what? We remember.
Cause I remember
Gang. What? We remember. Cause I remember. We remember. Hey. So of course you can tell that we don't care about the music going in and out. We gonna turn up anyway. You know what I mean? Of course y'all know that, right? So that's one thing. Things is gonna mess up all the time. You always gotta move on your feet. I think that's what we doing right now with these politics. We moving on our feet. Right now we're being traumatized and affected by this stuff right now. And we still have to be in these people's spaces asking them and sometimes aggressively begging for stuff that we should already have rights to. You feel what I'm saying? So in Oakland we go through that a lot. You know, it's a big lens right now. And we just really have to acknowledge that I am you and you are me. And then when we come together a lot of times like that with the just unconditional love of we're the same no matter what, then we can move mountains, we can move trees. But we gotta acknowledge that first. And a lot of times ego breaks that up. Just gotta balance that. I know it's a hard learning, healing journey, but the journey's gonna be forever. So you can't look at it like a destination. The journey's forever. So as long as we keep moving like it's gonna be a journey that for our generations after us to be able to fight this the right way, then we gotta heal ourselves to make sure we fighting it the right way.
Yes, sir.
Can I get an ashe? Amen. Can I get a yada that mean? Can I get a self? Can I get an affirmation? You feel what I'm saying? Gang. So, of course, we gonna go back and forth, bro. All right? And we gonna tell them how Oakland is so great. All right?
Get them.
You feel me? So, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Bro, we woke up, we just known it. Man, I'm hella hungry, I'm trying to get on it. Cause I'm up past 3 o'clock up in Oakland, man. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I just got done with a show in. Yo, I got my boy Taz, we flowing. Because it's 3 up in Oakland.
Lucas, let's do it live.
Oh, we got the speaker working. So we got it now.
I think we got a working speaker now. I think it's about that time.
Hey, 3 a.m. in Oakland.
3 a.m. in Oakland. 3 a.m. in Oakland.
Hey, that song was going though. I appreciate y'all rocking with the acapella version of that song right there.
I know, right? Yo, give it up for my people over here rocking with no microphone. You know what I'm saying? That's true dedication to this
Make a
art.
way out of no way.
Exactly,
We don't want to disappoint, for real.
Exactly. No matter what, we gonna tell you the truth, whether we got a mic behind us or not.
Great life entertainment in the mix all around the bank, baby.
Man, but the town don't make no sense though. We got the ratchets over there, and the roaches over there, but the coaches is nowhere. 3 o'clock in the morning, whoa, we ain't sleep, we ain't gone there. And yo, my hungry ass trying to get it on there. I'm up past 3 o'clock up in Oakland. Check it, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Just got done with the show, man. Infamous Taz and I'm flowing. Yo, most death. The clock struck 3 a.m. in this land and condemned. In this jungle we call the town, the real city is in. When kids start packing arms by the time they turn 10, and by the time they 18, they locked up in the pen. Age 21, most people don't expect to still live. The murder rate's got people petrified to cross the Bay Bridge. Smoking granddaddy while they wired off for some bills. Cause if they get caught slipping in these streets, they bound to get killed. Beware of people that's creeping late nights on the block. Cause that's the same type of stuff that got Jack a man pop. Oakland streets will swallow you in just as quicker than quicksand. If you want to survive, then have an army of hitmen. Walking into another block is like crossing the border. Sneaking across without a passport to get you slaughtered. 3 in the morning in the hood is flooded with marauders. Blood stains on the street, women and drugs is on the corner. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Yo, we ain't sleep, we ain't on there. And yo, my hungry ass trying to get on there. I'm up past 3 o'clock up in Oakland. Make some noise for Oakland one time.
It's 3 a.m. It's not 3 a.m. but let's get it cracking. Juice Crew and Mercer, we be the captains. You got my boys laughing like we trying to get the fashion, but I'm in the studio like I'm trying to pay my taxes. I wrote this song while I was house sitting. In that bush ride off McGalley, I was reminiscing on them days I went to Claremont. Had to walk to school with my sister and I was there in that. Bro, I was scared out my mind. I tell my bro kids I need a BD like time. I need an ambient blooper so I can free my mind. We make it, we take it, we flip it like a dime. If you a subliminal, I suck at taking signs. You might as well tell me, my bro came up in the office and he's smelling like liquor. Crack a smell, cause I know that's gonna be me later. But don't be no hater. It's 3 a.m. Get your weight up, cause it's 3 o'clock in the morning. What? Just so it just on there. I said I'm hungry, get on there. I'm up past 3 o'clock up in Oakland. Woo, 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, just got done. Hey, we need somebody to hold the mic.
Ready? Let's go.
Take it back to that old school, new school ideal, still keeping them old rules.
Let's take it back before the ghostwriters when they came original, before flashing material when they was spitting lyrical.
Take it back to them love days, back when it was an honor just to show your love ways.
Let's take it back to the unity, standing up for you and me. Black power fist in the air like I was Huey P.
Take it back to the elements of hip-hop. Knowledge was the key, but you wonder why we forgot.
Take it back to intellect, let's take it to graffiti. Let's take it back when we was freestyling on the corner selling CDs.
Take it back to the hood where we seek to understand before we be understood.
Let's take it back to the ghetto, let's give hope to the hopeless. Let's take it back to the block, let's take this thing back to Oakland. 3 o'clock in the morning. Yo, we ain't sleeping, we ain't on there. Yo, my hungry ass trying to get on there. I'm up past 3 o'clock up in Oakland. Check it, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And yo, we just got done with the show. And yo, I got my bros Leo when we flow. And yo, it's 3 a.m. up in Oakland. Hey! Positivity, make some noise for change. Make some noise if you really out here trying to make a change and make a difference within this community one time. because that's what we gotta do. We gotta do that every day. You know, us being out here right now, we're sending a message right now that despite the violence, despite all the stuff that we've been through as a community, we're still out here for positivity. We're still out here unified and wanting to make a change. And I see multiple races in this crowd right now, you know, so that doesn't even matter either. We're out here just trying to better ourselves and better our community for something that we can give our children, you know, something that we can better our future with. And it starts right here today.
Find us urbanpeacemovement.org, mercerbrotherhood.org. I'm gonna say it one more time. urbanpeacemovement.org, mercerbrotherhood.org. Or you can just come find one of us and you can take our Instagram down because, you know, we good like that. You know what I mean? But please, thank y'all very much.
Hey, positivity gonna always win over negativity.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Let me say that again for y'all. Positivity will always win over negativity.
Hey,
Always find strength. You know, you can find strength from anywhere. You know, use that power within to unlock. Look at my little bros. They out here trying to change the world. I'm proud of y'all little bros. Y'all doing y'all thing. I love y'all. All good. I might not understand, like, you know, how cool I really am. You know, you guys might just see I'm just Kenzie, you know, BBQ Becky, whatever, you know. But I've had some real cool people reach out to me, and one of the friends who reached out to me is my homegirl here to my left. This is an actual female boxer champion. Now, I'm going to let her come and introduce herself, and then I'm going to introduce my other special guest. There you go.
All right, thank you, Kenzie. Give it up for Kenzie. And everybody that helped put this together. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Like he said, my name is Dalia La Pantera Gomez. La Pantera means the panther in Spanish. I am a professional boxer, but by day I'm a teacher at Roots International Academy. I aspire to open up my own gym here in Oakland. I want to be the first woman to open up a boxing gym for the youth in the community. On August 4th, I'm having a one-day camp. We're going to have a little clinic. We're going to give each kid that registers a little sports bag, t-shirt, some food. Kid Creole Soul Food is actually sponsoring that event for me. And we're going to give them some paper, some pencils, a binder. It's going to be a beautiful thing. And the best part, I bought 1,000 water balloons, and I'm so excited. We're going to have it at San Antonio Park, so if you are free that day, come out and just have a good time. Bring your picnic basket, bring your food. I also bought, on my teacher salary, I've been saving for a long time. I bought a boxing ring, and we're gonna put the boxing ring in the tennis courts, and you'll be able to see some live sparring for free. Normally, I charge for that event, but this is gonna be free for Oakland. I want to thank Kenzie and everybody that supports me as a teacher and a fighter. What else? I'm also the first to graduate in my family of 8, and if I can do it, you can do it. And I'm also the Golden Glove champion of 2015. So yeah. I'm his bodyguard. Nobody knows I got hands. But thank you once again. Everybody do good. On my Instagram, Dalia La Pantera, you'll see a little link to buy these t-shirts. 30% goes to the Parks and Rec, Oakland Parks and Rec. 70% goes to my youth program. My youth program, one of the components that I love dearly is to take East Oakland kids to go to abroad, get their first passport, and see different things, meet new people, you know. So last year we took 2 East Oakland kids. This was all on my own. I don't have the nonprofit status yet, but I'm working on that. But we took them to Nicaragua. This year we couldn't go because, you know, the political climate out there right now. So hopefully next year we can raise enough money to take them to Kenya because I got some friends out there. So word up to Oakland.
Power to the people, y'all. All power to the people, correct? Make some noise for yourself. Make some noise for yourself out there. If you believe in change, if you believe in positivity, if you believe in love, come on. Does love trump hate? Does love trump hate? How many of y'all believe that Trump wins? Do y'all believe that y'all win? How many of y'all can I get an F Trump from? Oh, wow. So, that's what I'm talking about. I love you. So now, without further ado, I have to introduce, my person that's actually inspired me to be, a community activist. Like, I've been a community activist since 2000. And this person knows the actual history of this park and what it means and why you guys are here. This park is actually the Infirmary Park, but it's actually Little Bobby Hutton Park. The person that I'm about to bring up right now is actually my godfather. He is the true Ned. He is the original Black Panther leader. Here you go.
Come on, I'm gonna ask you guys to say something. We were talking all power to people, but I want you to say it with reverence, because it truly, truly means that. And when we talked about power to the people, I think it rings truer than it ever has rung before, because right now we truly have none. So I want to start off by saying, all power to the people. Come on, all power to the people. All power to the people. That's more like it. I am Saturo Ned, also known as James Mott. I joined the party. My inspiration was Little Bobby Hutton. He was 17 at the time he was killed. And I was a typical 17-year-old teenager in America, growing up in the civil rights era of change, looking at where direction I was going to go in. And when he was killed, I joined the party in 1968, and I was there until it was officially dissolved in 1982 by UAP. So I was there with all the things that took place. The reason why Little Bobby Hutton, a 17-year-old teenager, was that he actually joined the party and started getting involved in the party when he was 15 years old. The reason why was because faced with every day a degrading scene of total police brutality, and I want you guys to understand there were no recourses. Oh, did I say something? Because there seems to be none now. We have never seen police shootings like they're going on in America without any recourse. There are no convictions. And I'm not just talking about, yes, there's tons of them in the black community, tons of them in the Latino community. But also, young whites are being shot now. People from all over the world are being killed if they go against a regime of fascism. So what we're seeing right now at this point in time is a shift. Black people, the brown people, we've always been faced with this dilemma of murder. This has been going on for a long time. And what you have just been exposed to it recently when it was blew up again here in Oakland with Oscar Grant, who I'm very close to his family. So the idea here is now, where do we go from here? Where do we go? I've seen this come full circle. I'm actually writing my book called Full Circle, and I think I'm qualified, as many other former party members. We're still very active. We actually have an alumni association. We see what is going on. Brother Kenzie, I love him to death. He is a perfect example of a lot of young men and women in this city, and it's a growing movement across the country. What was different about us? The demonization that we received, because and I happened to be there that day when Little Bobby Hutton, that was my first contact with him. I was downtown Sacramento, California, senior cut day. So I go down there, I'm bound there by myself. I saw them whisk away Governor Reagan. I saw these guys come in, and I went in behind them. And when I saw Bobby Seale reading the constitutional right to defend yourself and your family, he's talking about the Mulford Act that time was passed to disarm our community, not from the killings that were going on, but because they were standing up to the brutality of police departments. They were recruiting them directly from the South. And if you go in the South now, they're still recruiting Klans people who are what we call the ultra-right to join police departments here in this region. So I am so honored to be here, to be in such great health that I am. I guess I'm here for a reason and a purpose. And one of that is to help galvanize all of us again. It was not just the Black Panther Party. It was all of us. It was young white students. It was Latinos from the Brown Berets, the Young Lords. It was the American Indian Movement, and then it became international. People from all over the world. And really, Nixon got upset when we were able to go to China before he was let in. The Chinese government wanted to talk to us about what was going on in America. And we actually brought back a form of acupuncture. If you have an opportunity, you can go online, Stanford Archives, and see all the 65 survival programs. Those programs we were talking about were to galvanize any issue that might be happening in any community. And then we would come together and say, never again will we allow hatred amongst us or division, because now we understand who the true enemy is. And I can truly tell you that there is little concern for you, little concern for me or anyone else at this point in time. Remember, this is truly a global move to suppress, control anyone. And who would have thought that a detention center would have been in a Walmart store? You all heard the rumors, right? You hear about the camps, the FEMA camps that are being renovated, holding 20, 30,000 people. And the information that I'm giving you has been verified. We have people that send us things and let us know what's going on. My good friend Barbara Lee and Maxine Waters, Barbara was here last weekend. We celebrated her birthday. And how dare them attack someone who stands up and says, we're tired of what you do, but all of a sudden you're going from point A to we need to kill you. So we are faced with many issues at this point in time, but I want to let you know that there's just something about this city. There's always been something about the resiliency and resistance of Oakland. When you try to stamp out the fire, it gets bigger and bigger. When you try to stop us and suppress us from speaking the truth gets known throughout the world. I was with Davey Diggs, Kenzie and I were with him yesterday. Hopefully you get to see his new movie called Blind Spotting. He is also very much into the movement. He's very much into the change that needs to take place. So we're seeing a rise, and each and every one of you here in attendance today are special people. This is part of your calling. You know, it took me so many years to realize it a long time ago, but this is what I've always been for the last 40 plus years. And guess what? You are leaders in your own right. You will be leading your own communities. You will be informing them of the truth. We will be galvanizing together to make changes. And we always would say, when instead of being out there throwing rocks at those ultra-right people or people who hate us because we're standing up for what every human being would have, we'll be organizing. We'll be feeding children. We'll be housing people. We'll be making sure that people have a decent education. We'll be making sure that people get fair trials. All these things are what we're all about. So I am so happy to be here. I've got my running shoes on, and I call my old comrades and I tell them, like the old Cisco and Pancho, saddle up. We're getting ready to ride again. So I want to thank you all power to the people. Thank you.
Days before, I have helped young people register to vote, ages 18 to 29. I know I'm not alone. Most of you have done the same hundreds of times. I see young people return the clipboard and pen to me, their signature in fresh ink. They walk away feeling excited and empowered. In return, we walk away feeling energized as well. Why wouldn't we? We believe it's one more vote closer to banning assault weapons, one more vote in favor of banning mass incarceration. In some capacity, we believe it's a vote in favor of bettering our society. Yet 80% of those gleaming faces won't vote in local elections. Only 40% of those same smiles will vote in a presidential election. 2018 will be the first time in almost 4 decades that millennial voters will outnumber baby boomers. The boomers have carried us through some of the greatest political upheaval in American history. Now that we are once again facing a tidal wave of political uncertainty, it is our time to carry the weight of mobilization. Across the country, organizations like March for Our Lives, the Women's March, and Rock the Vote have been registering thousands and thousands of young people to vote. Yet, in the latest June 5th primary election here in the Silicon Valley, only 20% of young people ages 18 to 29 voted. That is unacceptable. Registering to vote alone will not ensure that immigrant parents are never separated from their children at the border. It won't promise that Muslim Americans are free to travel without the risk of being denied entrance back into their homes upon their return. It certainly doesn't guarantee that young black men can go to the grocery store or walk home from school without the terror of police brutality looming over their heads. No, registering to vote alone won't save our humanity. Only voting can do that. Only voting can uphold Roe v. Wade, locking a woman's right to choose into law permanently. Only voting can protect our journalists and their works that cast a much-needed spotlight on the truth so many will try to deny. Only voting will finally put an end to mass shootings. So, if you're registered or you registered today, thank you. That was an excellent first step. Now, if you live in California, download the California Votes app. And yes, I checked, there is a Florida Votes app. This app will allow you to register if needed, to find your polling station, to track your mail-in ballot, to remind you of upcoming elections, be that local, state, or national. We have the power to completely flip elections. We are the largest voting pool. We control that outcome, but only if we vote. Not just in presidential elections, but in state and local elections as well. Our country's women, scientists, children, journalists, immigrants, and disabled people have never needed our votes more. If our president won't value democracy, if he won't fight for us, then we have to, in every election and with every vote. Thank you, and I hope to see you at the polls this November.
Round of applause. How many of y'all are actually registered to vote? You got something you want to say? You sure? Does any of our young people in the house have anything they want to say? I mean, here's your opportunity. If you have something that you want to say, and it's something positive, I'll bring the mic to you. I mean, the mic can travel.
How everybody doing today? Let me get a round of applause, everybody. Yay! My name is Malcolm Little, aka King Cali. I'm with my cohort Gunner James, and we are part of Always and Forever Clothing, and we just want everybody to know that it is okay. Don't matter who the president is, don't matter what's going on, what you see, everything is okay. And you determine what your future is going to be whole. Period. And I'm going to pass that back to my brother right here, because I'm trying to get me something to eat right quick.
Yes, Lord. Thank you for that comment, sir. So we're going to let you have the mic and express your thoughts. You know, do you mind saying your name?
My name is Bria Smith.
Where are you from, Bria Smith?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
So what brings you out here?
I'm on the March for Our Lives Road to Change National Tour.
Okay, look at you. Okay, can you teach me how to Dougie? You know? Okay, here you go the mic.
So, how's everyone doing today? Good. I'm with my good friend Alex King, who's from Chicago, and we have a few words to say. We've been going to lots of different barbecues, meeting all these different people, but I have to say, like, this is my favorite one because everyone, the energy in this community is so awesome. I can feel it reflected on me. But before I start, I want to just say a nice quote from MLK, Martin Luther King. Our lives begin to end the day that we become silent about the things that matter. Our lives begin to end the day that we become silent about the things that matter. And that really resonates with me because I've been silent about so many things that matter in my community. Coming from the inner city, gun violence is prevalent each day. I hear gunshots out my window as a young child and try to guess what kind of gun it was as a game. That's not a game for young people to go through. And as a person of color, I like to call Milwaukee a racially oppressive box, and the four walls confines people of color into this systematic oppression because we can't get out. Speaking about our injustices each day, no one's here to listen, so I'm here standing here with Alex King from our inner cities to give these people a platform to speak about the things that they are going through because they deserve to sit at the table of this gun violence discussion as well. And with that, seeing all the beautiful people in front of me, this movement is so pivotal because we all want the same thing, to save our lives for ourselves and for our children. Right now, I'm bettering my present so my future, I can live peacefully and so can my children. And I think it's so important to have these community barbecues because we want to know that we're all in this together. Being alone when you're fighting for something is so isolating and it makes you hopeless. From my community, lots of youth do not speak about the things that are affecting them because they're so hopeless because they think that it doesn't matter. But their lives matter too, right? Our lives matter. We're standing here in this community. I was just talking to the gentleman that the first person to run the Black Panthers in this community, he was shot and killed walking out of a house. So we stand here in our power to speak for the people that lost their lives on this land too, because their lives matter as well. We don't want another news coverage with mass shootings in different schools or news coverages of young Black people falling to police brutality, because police brutality is also gun violence and it should be talked about. We don't want so many stories overlooking other stories and all these faces forgotten as our conversation starts to end. So I'm asking all of you guys here to please let the conversation continue. Please go out, tell your neighbor, your mom, your dad to vote for the polls and vote the people who do not represent you out of office. They do not deserve that seat. They do not represent you. So I will stop rambling and give the mic to Alex because he's awesome. But go register to vote, talk to all the different people that are here from March for Our Lives because we would love to speak with you guys and understand what Oakland's about or just California in general. So thank you all so much for having us here.
Good evening, everybody. How y'all feeling out here today? I mean, if y'all really feeling good, I know y'all could get louder than that. So, how y'all feeling? Once again, my name is Alex King, and I'm from the west side of Chicago. And since my girl Bria has started, with Martin Luther King, I guess I can pick up off that. What I do is I'm a part of a Peace Warrior organization, and what we do is teach the philosophy of Dr. Martin Luther King, teaching nonviolence across not only Chicago, but trying to take it nationwide. And one of his quotes is, principle number 2, which is the beloved community is the framework for the future. And one thing I'm big on is community engagement. I'm excited that everybody out here right now, I mean, look around. Look at all the people that came out here because we believe in the same thing. We want change, and we will get change because the people out here, your voices are loud when we start talking. So how everybody feeling? You see how loud we can get when we all talking together? So let's keep this talk going. Let's take it to the polls. We're going to vote. We're going to not only vote, but we're going to educate each other and educate ourselves, because if we're not able to vote, there's still a lot of things that you can teach a lot of people, because this world is full of people that don't know it all. I'm one of the people. But we all going to have a good time, celebrate, bring the music back, eat and steal some food. But most importantly, I better see y'all at them polls, because I will be voting and you should too. Thank you.
We're also working on this campaign with Revive Oakland, trying to get people who's moving into the old Oakland Army base to actually hire people in the community instead of trying to outsource jobs to people in Dublin and people out there in Concord and stuff. No, hire people in West Oakland. Because, you know, gentrification is pushing us all out. I'm be so solid. You feel me? I'm actually from Oakland, you know what I'm saying? So I went out to Portland for a little bit and came back, and now Oakland is like Portland. Let me repeat that. Oakland is like Portland. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to give a little spiel about Urban Peace Movement. I'm happy that y'all allowed us here.
We're happy you allowed us here.
Oh, thank you. I hear about all the great work y'all been doing nationally. I want to give some kudos to that. You know, without y'all, you feel me? Without the voice, you feel me? The people ain't gonna be the people. Yeah. So everybody have a happy Sunday. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Christian, have a blessed Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're gonna give it back to Kenzie.
All right, thank you, Zay. So I have to let the guy who let us, use this microphone and, just to have the music here today. I want to give him a thank you, a salute. Can we please get a round of applause for him?
Give him what he do.
This is, you guys don't understand, this really is my big bro. When he came to me, he said, bro, anything you need, for your campaign, because yes, I am running for City Council District 2. If you guys don't know my story, I'll give you a brief history. It was me and my brother, Oso. Where you at, Oso? Oso! So, We were actually at Lake Merritt, and we were approached by a young lady.
Wait, hold on, you butchered. First, it ain't Oso, it's on sale. AKA Deacon. Alright, that's it. Right! I'm in the middle of my domino game. No, what's up, man?
So, we were approached by a young lady by the name of Jennifer Shote, aka BBQ Becky, and we were harassed for 3 hours and 25 minutes. She asked us, actually told us that we were unwanted at Lake Merritt, and we didn't belong there. She actually called the police on us for actually using charcoal, of all things. This actually made national headlines. It went nationwide, and you know, like I said, this is my brother right here. We actually, 3 weeks later, we actually raised $14,000 for a homeless man who had his stuff thrown into the lake. His name is Greg Markson, or Drew. And after that, we actually started the organization Two Brothers at the Lake, correct?
Yeah!
You know, so Two Brothers at the Lake is actually instrumental in working with kids 13 to 18? Yeah. And actually providing life skills and mentorship skills, and actually providing jobs in the city of Oakland, California. So, you know, like I said, talking to the young people about registering to vote and things of that nature, the young people said they didn't want to vote. You know, they said they didn't know the politicians. So what I did was I jumped up and said, if I ran, would you guys vote? And they said yes. So, you know, I just doing that. And, you know, like I said, my goal is actually just to young people to vote, because the young people are the future. They lead us in so many ways, and I'm thankful that, you know, my other brothers contacted me and said, hey, bro, we want to come out there and, you know, help you and things of that nature. So once again, thank you to you guys. Thank you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We had this talk, you know, up over there. So, like I said, I just want everyone to have fun, enjoy themselves. Eager, where you at, bro?
What do you do?
So, you know, I want to give you roses while you're here. I ain't gonna wait till you're dead. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. I love you, bro. You know, you already know what it is. Love you for life, bro.
For sure, for sure. I don't want to say too much. All y'all beautiful faces say enough. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know the person you standing next to, look at him in the face like this and go, what it do?
What it do?
BayLifeRadio.com. Download the app. Take us with you everywhere. This is the vibe that we try to press on everybody. It don't matter who you are. You feel me? Just keep the good vibe. Much love from Bay Life Radio.
Shell, do you have anything that you want to say? So this is the actual, if you guys have actually seen the video, this is the lady that actually recorded the video.
Thank you. Appreciate you. I appreciate all of you, because all I was thinking when that all was happening was, how is it possible that in 2018 there are still people that believe that other people are not allowed in public spaces, that they don't belong. So, you know, it is definitely a time for us to be voting, because those people that don't want, they want to bring on their authoritarian rule upon us. They want to tell us who is allowed to be in a park. They want to tell us that we don't have the right to be safe from gun violence. They don't want us to have jobs. They don't want us to progress. They are voting. They are pushing. They are lobbying. That's right. So we need to be just as aggressive as them. We don't have to be mean. We believe better, higher values. We believe everyone deserves to be here. Everyone deserves to be treated with respect. And that is most important, but we have to be a participant in the democratic process and get our votes out there. I'm not going to tell you how to vote. Everybody should be able to decide that on their own. Everybody has differences, but hey, at least do it. At least learn the politicians too. That is so much more important. That's also why I got involved in media, because media has a responsibility in telling the people the truth. Don't hide it just because of corporate sponsors or because of certain people and their ideology. We have to tell you who is, you know, holding people responsible to a higher standard. So, you know, that's pretty much it. Like, let's keep each other informed. Let's keep community. Let's work from a community of a lower level on up. And please get out there and vote.
Yes, Lord. Vote, vote. Put out your phones. I need everybody on Instagram right now.
All right, y'all. My name is Shaka Barrows. I'm with the W. Hayward Burns Institute. Let's give it up for all the young leaders out here today. Yeah, our work specifically is to address racial and ethnic disparities in the prison and in the youth justice system across the country. So in that regard, we have a national network of organizations working on behalf of young people to stop the rail to jail, to shut down prisons, to address all the funding and all the disparities, and also to think about where we are actually going. Right, and I just want to tell y'all, nobody knows where we're going, okay? So you young folks, don't listen to all these people trying to tell you, oh, you got to do this and do that. You already may have the vision. So take yourself serious. Take the work serious. Don't worry about what you're going to learn and all the things that to come, right? Because what we know right now, in this country, we have a huge problem. We attack our home. We pay billions of dollars to lock folks up, just like y'all. Young people, criminalize your behavior. And then if you want to go to school, we're going to charge you, right? You're going to have student loans for the rest of your life. But if you would get locked up, right, we're paying top dollar to put you in a cage, right, to criminalize your neighborhood. So this is the work that we do, is trying to really bring this issue to life, bring folks together just like y'all who are trying to work on it, you know what I mean, in a righteous way, and have each other's back, you know what I mean, because we got a lot of fighting left, we got a long ways to go, but if you don't know where you're going, how do you know you're not going backwards? Right, so we got to think about where we're going. So I appreciate this energy, y'all. I'm going to bring my brother up here, Big Mike, and he's going to finish it off.
Yo, how y'all doing, everybody? I want to give some love to Kenzie, everybody, for helping us get all these arrangements made. You know what I'm saying? We was just debriefing, and it's a trip, because you would think in a place like the Bay Area, people would actually support folks coming together. But we got folks who will give you a permit for a concert and for all kind of stuff, but when you try to do a peace rally, you know what I'm saying, the powers that be will make it very difficult. So I want to appreciate Kenzie for really putting in the work to make sure that we can be in Bobby Hutton Park. Many of you may not understand, this is a historic landmark in the city of Oakland. This park that you're in, how many heard of the Black Panther Party for self-defense? Well, last year, this park, the Infirmary Park, was renamed the Little Bobby Hutton Park. Little Bobby Hutton was the first person who was killed by the police department in the Black Panther Party. He was a young, maybe he was 16?
He was 17.
17 years old. And so this whole area has been dedicated in the memory of Little Bobby Hutton. And it is indeed, I think, very important for us to be here. All you young people that have been traveling across the country to elevate the conversation around gun violence, I want you to know that this park is actually a historic park. The blood of our loved ones is being remembered on the soil you are standing. The Little Bobby Hutton, who was slain resisting the violence of the Oakland Police Department, is also a victim in the gun violence movement that all of us are trying to address and resolve across the country. So can we just give some love and some appreciation to the history and the memory of Little Bobby Hutton and the Black Panther Party for self-defense and all the loved ones who have had their blood slain in this city. So, of course, a lot of us, I want to give a shout out to Nicole Lee. I don't see her here. Maybe she was here earlier. But the Urban Peace Movement was what? Oh, y'all still in the house? Right on. Urban Peace Movement. Hey, all right. A lot of us here in the city of Oakland and vicinity have been working to address issues of gun violence within the community because we appreciate and we know that mass shootings, though tragic as they are, only represent less than 3% of all the lives that are lost to gun violence in this country per year. And so the daily violence that happens in many of our communities, whether it is suicide, whether it is interpersonal conflicts, domestic violence, group violence, or police violence, often does not get enough attention in the larger conversation around how do we address violence from a public health issue. A public health issue. If we shifted the conversation to a public health frame rather than just a response of police, prisons, and even some laws that often are criminalizing people of color disproportionately. If we use public health, then we could figure out how to actually solve these problems with the least amount of harm to our communities. Yes. So part of what we're trying to do through the Urban Peace Movement, through the Burns Institute, through the Live Free campaign, and all the other loved ones, Kenzie, we're trying to help make sure that the message around gun violence is being broadened to be seen through a public health issue as well. Now, it's really important for you young folks who are traveling across the country to appreciate that the solidarity that is necessary for this to reach the tipping point we need to win is going to be because we are hearing each other's stories, we are listening to the pain, the unique pain of how we feel gun violence, and we're also making sure that we're not settling for the easiest answers. The reality is this: if we spent as much money in our communities on mental health, on food, on housing, on parks, on education, gun violence would drop off of a cliff. Somebody say amen. It's Sunday, so right? It would drop off a cliff. But the reality is, it is more profitable for many, many folks to keep paying police and prisons to respond to some issues that just love, concern, care, community would solve. And so we're blessed to be able to be a part of the tour and to host you all. I hope you all take and soak up the energy of Oakland and the Bay Area. There's a revolutionary spirit that is representative of this community. And I want you all to be unapologetic about the work that we have to get done. Every movement was driven by the energy of young people, the brashness, the uncompromising energy of young people. And so no matter who's talking in your ear to you, I want you to be unapologetic about demanding peace in our community, peace in our streets, peace in our schools, peace overseas. Amen. Dr. King says that our country is the greatest purveyor of violence in the world. And so we can't call for peace in our communities while our government is waging war all across the world. Either we're going to be peacemakers or we're going to be warmongers. And so I'm hoping that all of us can collectively say that even if it means that I may have to stand up and even lose my life in some circumstances, I'm going to stand for peace, because it is peace that will actually unite the world. Amen? So God bless everybody. We're so blessed to have y'all here. I hope that y'all, the rest of y'all journey, I hear y'all heading back to the East Coast and y'all going all the way up the East Coast. To take the energy of Cali, I know y'all was in SoCal, take the energy of the Bay, of Oakland, Black Panther Party, Self-Defense, Peacemakers, take that with y'all and spread the word. We love y'all. God bless.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Pastor. Zay, where you at, boy? Hello. So now we have a representative of the Urban Peace Movement. He will be coming in his own way to speak to the people.
Oh, this ice cream is hella good. Make sure y'all go get some. So what's up with y'all people? How y'all doing? Okay, that was weak. What's up with y'all people? How y'all doing? Hello, that was way better. What's up, man? My name is Zay. I represent Urban Peace Movement. Just to tell you a little bit about our organization. We're a grassroots organization based out of Oakland, California, dedicated to stop the mass incarceration of black and brown people in the county of Alameda. Now, let me say this again. We're a grassroots organization, a youth-led grassroots organization. You know what I'm saying? Like when I look at my staff members and all the members of Urban Peace Movement, we literally range from the age of 16 to 25. You know what I'm saying? And we out here in the streets, you know what I'm saying? At city council meetings, you know what I'm saying? Messing with my boy Kenzie, you know what I'm saying? So like you know what I'm saying? Everything you've led, and I just want to put this say.
DJ, get the party started.
Walk out Donald Trump. Walk out Donald Trump. See you do the Cupid show. It's your boy by yourself. Now walk him out. Now you see what I'm talking about. Y'all got it. I represent for the dirty. Kick. Walk him out.